bonus episode. And so in this case, I just want to capture this sentiment feeling I'm having. It's 140, 142. And I don't know, this identity thing. I don't want to say crisis. I think I did mention it before, but it's like um, this you're stuck in the middle of this feeling, and it I don't know if it's been captured, but it's like when you just have it, you need to write it or capture it and frame it in a format. And in a way, obviously I want to work uh, since I'm up, but at the same time, um, to a degree, like where the direction you want to go. Obviously, I don't want to mention where I was, but with travel, but just like I think at a certain point, or maybe post grad, there is this sentiment, this feeling, whatever you're chasing, pursuing this thing, be it career, girl, whatever, um, and maybe you lose a part of yourself or some type of sense or passion or desire or the will to keep pursuing this thing, whatever it may be, to each their own. But then I don't know, at a certain point, obviously, it gets to a boiling point and it may fork. And then from that fork, things may happen. And then it completely puts that into perspective. And then, okay, now I need to, have maybe my life, my career, my pursuits, my taste in things to be reflexive of me, my identity, my persona, my who I want to be professionally, and have that all be organic in a manner that, obviously, I think for me, being a very honest person, it's hard to lie. Um, it's like it's just so dishonest to not resemble or reflect that, and I don't I couldn't describe the sentiment, right? So it's like the taste in music or the taste in art. Uh, it's developing, but my taste in music is very, mm, I want to say sophisticated, but very developed. A very developed taste in music. Now, vices like booze. Maybe not so much. I do want to, have a taste for wine, but it's just like an accent piece. It's not really anything reflective um, when it comes to personality or who you are, environment, right? And a part of that too, this thing I was capturing some feelings, seeing it here today across like Instagram as well. It's like this weird, the growing period, the growing pains between, you're the candidate person capable whatever you're this agent or you're pursuing this thing whatever that you're refined or rough around the edges, right? Talent, whatever you want to call it. And then this period of refinement, dissatisfaction, unhappiness, I don't know what else to call it. This development cycle, and then potentially, or I presume, hockey stick. And probably about a year ago, I thought progress wise, this kind of thought overlaying it was like hockey stick plateau, up and down, volatility, whatever. That may not be the case, and I'd love to find out. And I, I don't know, like the taste in things is becoming boiling up to the surface, and it's like, oh well, attitude wise, I'm very traditional, but then like obviously I'm very uh, reflexive of who I'm around or whatever, and very open, right? Open, very. I like liberal ideas, in that classical sense, and I think I've made that very apparent across the broad spectrum of founder logs. So, um, in capturing that, I just can't really like this essence of it is hard to quite boil down. Like you refine it down. It's like, okay, something rough around the edges, refine it to the purified version, right? And some of it too might come from like, okay, this desire to capture a matured version of what I wanted as a child, right? So I think when I was 10 or 12, I wanted to be an international businessman, uh, evolving that a little, international businessman, international trader, whatever, and the quandary of products and whatnot. And I think of there, but like, the environment I'm in doesn't reflect that, or like how the attitudes or behaviors don't quite reflect that. And I mean, well, prior to, I guess, the last 2 months, whatever. And then it's like, okay, it's literally a switch. Why why did I not know it was a switch? um it's crazy to me because it's like these mental models that we're caught up in. And I think I was going to do a video on cynicism for this week, right? This the anti-life, or the anti-cynic, right? This kind of pushback against cynics, where it's like, okay, I can understand skeptical or cautionary optimism. I can't understand like point blank cynicism. Excuse me. I have my retainers in, and it confuses me. If we live in the land of opportunity, why are you killing every idea that compromises your own, I don't know, values, identity? Um, it's honestly, it's not progressive, which I find kind of funny, right? And in the sake of whatever, well, it's like, diagnostic, or reflexive, or you can modify it, you can build it, right? It's always it's tennis, right? This give and take, this back and forth that doesn't seem very apparent all the time, but should be appropriate. It seems like the most mature viewpoint. Um, and it's not the case, and it's odd. Like, same thing with SpaceX. Or I don't quite understand the thing, but I'm not going to shy away from building out a position in it, and within my own company. I'll put it that way. Not my own equity. I don't have any. I don't hold any myself personally. It's just like, okay, this makes sense, but I have no idea how it'll play out. Let me just nibble at it, whatever. Um, but I don't know. That thing is so intriguing, and I don't quite know for certain how to make it work. I know how I'll go about it, right? I think there's this weird level of like competency, um, that doesn't really translate well when it comes to like, I don't know, a career search, and this lack of, capture was one of my core frustrations up till recently. Now it's like, it's, if you find something, you find something. If you don't, well, maybe hopefully make this thing work, right? That kind of deal. Well, I guess personal capital and company capital. But aside from that, I was going to jump in to trading futures on yen, which is what, JPUSD, at least in my broker, and then whatever. So thanks for stopping in. I know this was brief, but I think this anti-cynicism episode will be up quicker and easier than this essence capture. Thanks. Bye.